I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. And I would like to welcome Edgee to the show. Hi.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate you coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
All right, yeah, check this out. Hello, everybody. My name is Edgee. I'm a terminally online NEET whose mind got sucked into the internet and became a sexy, sexy anime girl because all that I think about are sexy, sexy anime girls. My pronouns are he, him, but if you're doing a bit, you can use whatever. It's fine. Just make it funny.
Thanks for coming on. I do appreciate it. And if I'm glad it wasn't me that was brought in, because then all it would be pizza rolls at this point. I mean, it'd be a really good tasting pizza roll, but still a pizza roll.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with VTubing in the first place?
Like a lot of people, I was stuck at home back in 2020.
Yeah.
And I knew and had watched a few VTubers around then, just not religiously, just every now and then. But like I learned the ins and outs of it, and I was like, oh, that's how they do it. They need this program, and they need like an artist and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm too broke for any of that. I can't afford any of that. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get into this. But then this magical nice little program called Vroid Studio released way back when it was in its beta, when it was in its 0. whatever version. And it happened to be free. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna check it out. And it's they basically give you like a pre-made 3D model, but you can customize it in whichever way you see fit.
Right.
So I was like, okay, let's try it out. And it was basically, just like slap the textures on the head and the clothing and all that stuff. So I kind of got into it that way once they made it, it was a very bare bones thing.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks to Vroid Studio, shout out Vroid Studio. That's how I was able to put together my very, very first VTuber.
Yeah.
And then with the help of this very nice website called Booth, they actually either sell for incredibly cheap, super low prices, or just straight up give you things for free. Like what I was talking about, like textures for either like your hair, your eyes,
right,
clothing, whatever. So that just unlocked even more customization options.
Cool.
For me or anybody who uses Vroid. I always tell anyone who's thinking about becoming a VTuber or who has Vroid already, it's like, hey, check out Booth. There's like a lot of resources there.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you had a plan, and the more you opened the Pandora's box, the more things you found to play with.
Yeah. The more that I checked out that rabbit hole, the deeper that it got, basically.
And I mean, did you expect to be as much involved in it as you are at the moment?
Not really, because at first, I was like, what am I even doing? Like, am I even doing this right? Is this correct? And then I realized, whatever. This is it'll come to me when it comes to me. So, I mean, now I'm pretty okay at knowing how to use Vroid Studio, and as far as like streaming goes, this is something that I've been doing for a really long time now. Yeah. But it was like very like on again, off again, on again, off again, and it wasn't until like summer of 2024 when I was like, you know what if I try to be like more consistent with it? So it's been fun.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
It's the consistency thing that gets people in it, and
yeah,
I can't blame him for that, because it if you're still trying to live a life, you end up having to compromise some things every once in a while.
Yes, absolutely.
But you want to compromise the thing that doesn't make money.
Yeah.
And if you get caught up in the oops, I'm putting too much into what is actually a hobby right now, then you get caught up and you really get into problems. But
Exactly,
yeah,
because at some point like it's obviously there's nothing wrong with being like super excited about it,
mm-hmm.
but also it's like you need to consider like the time and effort that you're putting into it,
Yeah,
and just trying to balance all of that.
as much as you can anyway. 'Cause,
Exactly.
I mean, once you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah,
uh,
that's true.
that's one thing, but the life balance is something that is kind of tough to figure out, as is when in it, especially in something that can very easily uh, take up so much time. If you're, I mean, how much time did you put in once you started finding out all the little knobs and things you could add to your VTuber and your streams?
Oh, so much time. I don't even want to look at my favorite studio playtime right now. It's like, even though like it's not a game, like I got it off of Steam for free, so like it still logs your hours that way.
Yeah.
But oh man, there was actually when was it? I think it was like a couple months ago. I made a slightly different version of my model
Hmm.
because it's like I said earlier. Remember that rabbit hole? It just gets deeper
Yeah.
and deeper.
Yep. Yep.
So when I play a game that I really really like, that I want to show it to my community / viewers
Hmm.
on stream, and it's like, okay, check it out, guys. This is one of my favorite games ever. I'm gonna do like a playthrough on stream so y'all can see it, so you can see how good it is. Sometimes if it's a game that I really really like a lot, I try to put my model in like an outfit or costume that fits the theme of the game,
Oh, okay.
or might even just be like a replica of what you see in the game. Like recently, I started a Persona 4 Golden playthrough on stream,
Yeah.
and on Booth somebody uploaded the uniform from the game.
Oh.
So I got that uniform and then I put it on my model. But I made a specific version of my model that had like slightly different hair. And the thing about my model is that like there's like little bits and pieces of like little stars and symbols like floating
Right.
on my model's hair.
Right.
So when I was customizing that specific version of my model, I had to like redo everything. And I spent like almost like an entire day like making sure that like the textures on the hair were right, that the little bits and pieces floating on the hair were also right and like in the perfect position,
Yeah.
making sure that like it wasn't passing through my body because it's like a 3D model.
Right.
And setting all that stuff up, and that took me just like an entire Saturday, and then the Sunday after, I just like spent like half the day just like customizing the clothes, also making sure that they weren't passing through the model. We call that's called clipping,
Right.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those of us who were in the early days of what computer animation tried to do in video games, we know clipping all too well, and sometimes we used it to our advantage.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
making sure that nothing was clipping where it wasn't supposed to, and redoing all the bones in the hair to make sure that like it moves and bounces the way that it's supposed to, and all that stuff.
Bones in the hair.
But,
That's something you
yeah.
don't hear very often.
yeah, that's another term from 3D modeling stuff.
Well, I mean, it just from that alone, it tells me what how much time you put into it, and you have got you've got it figured out how much time you want to put into it. Are you satisfied with where you're at right now as far as the model goes?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
When I made my very very first model, I wasn't sure where I was going with it. It was more of can I do it question.
Yeah.
And once that I realized that I could do it, then I started just experimenting with stuff until like just basically like making myself more familiar with the program, VRoid Studio, and how to properly put on the clothes, customize the clothes,
Right.
make sure that nothing's clipping, again, that word. And I actually started out with a model that was trying to look like a cartoon / anime version of what I look like in real life.
Mm.
But then at some point, even after I customized it, even after I tried to make it its own thing, I was like, I'm not sure if this is like if I'm really like feeling this direction that I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also like at around that point where I discovered this other VTuber who goes by Porcelain Maid.
Oh yeah.
So Porcelain Maid is a Babinico VTuber.
Right.
And for those who might not know what a Babinico VTuber is, that is a man who streams with a female or a femme presenting model.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was a thing that people could do. So I was like, what if I try making a female 3D model or femme presenting 3D model? So that's when it kind of like stuck. I was like, oh, this is like just so many like ideas like just started flowing out of me then and there, and I've been having so much more fun since. And and like I mentioned before, like I made like different versions of that model, and like I make or put together rather, because I'm not an artist, wish that I was, but I have put together like many different versions of that model now. So like depending on like on a if I'm playing a game, or if it's like a special event, or even just the season, I have a bunch of the outfits for whatever. Right now, I think I'm just with my current model alone, not counting the ones that I made before. I think I have, let's see, I can actually count these in real time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 different versions of my model. Never mind, 17.
Well, I mean, I first of all, I would dispute that you saying you're not an artist, because I mean, it's just, I mean, it's kind of semantic, I guess, in my disputation. But you are using things to create art. It's just not, you're not writing it down. It's just a different way to do it. And you're still able to find your vision and present it. I mean, if I were to do something like that, I'd set something on fire, and 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 be a natural disaster. But really, the ability to make that transition is artistic in itself.
Oh, well, I guess I never really considered it that way, but thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that a lot.
yeah. So stop writing yourself down, crying out loud.
Oh.
Stop poor boying it. It's perfectly fine. The having all this put together, and all this you put into it, and now you're happy pretty much for where you're at. But you do have an eye looking forward, obviously. As far as the streams go, are you happy where you are?
I mean, I gotta be real with you. It's at the end of the day, it's always gonna be a numbers game. Everybody always wants, number go up.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons why I started being more consistent a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like, am I having fun? Of course, I'm having fun. If I wasn't, then what's the point?
Right.
But yeah, like the numbers, that is, when it comes down to logistics, yeah, it could always be better. But every time that I play something, I'm just like, just saying nonsense and laughing at my own jokes and like laughing along with whoever's in chat, making clips, editing those clips, putting them up on other social media platforms so that people can see what I'm about and what I get up to. And low-key showing off the new costumes that I make.
Oh yeah.
Or rather put together.
Yeah. Well, see, there you go. You are making them. You're just doing it in a. you're showing skills that a lot of people could not possibly have uh, in doing that, and I think art snuck up on you.
Well, the main reason why I don't use the word make is because it's like assets that someone else made. Because like I said, I get them from the website Booth.
Yeah,
So it's in a way it's kind of like playing with Legos or when you're how should I put this? Or like when you're customizing an action figure.
right.
You know, like let's say like you take this one arm and you put it there, you take this leg and you put it there. You know, like somebody else made it, but you're the one that put it together and made it look like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I always say, you know, I put those models together or I put those outfits together.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you're not going to say it, I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
And you can't stop me because I'm an old man.
Fair enough.
I'm an old man.
Fair
I'll do what
enough.
I want. But the
Okay.
but really, seriously, it does take a lot of skill to do something like that, and to do it to the point where you're happy with it, and the people that are seeing it are also happy with it, does make a big difference. And obviously, you wouldn't still be doing this if you weren't getting good feedback from it.
Yeah, it's one of the things that does like warm my heart a lot is like when I put together like a new outfit or like a different version of my model, and I'm like, okay, you guys, are you ready? And like I go live on stream, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna be playing this game. So for this game, I'm gonna be wearing this outfit. So then I'm like, ta-da! And then just seeing people's like live reaction to it, or just like when I like post the model and then like make it do like a really cool pose or like a cute pose and like an expression and like take a picture of it, put it on my Discord for people to see. It's like, oh, here's a preview of what's going to be happening in the next stream, or this is what I'm working on next for my model, and then just like seeing people's reaction to that. It's like, oh, that's so cool, or oh, that's so cute, you look so good.
Yeah, yeah.
But also it's a nice feeling.
Is that something that when you were younger you were looking for, that kind of recognition, whether it's out in front of people on stage or with something that you put together yourself?
Not quite, but when I was younger, I really did enjoy playing with Transformers toys a lot.
Yeah.
And then they also, I don't know if they make them anymore, but like Hot Wheels came out with like these cars that you could like take apart and put together and then like mix and match.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, I used to love playing with those.
Yeah.
So like in a way, like I guess the passion was always there to just put things together.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, I imagine if you got one of those, we used to see them a lot back in the 70s and early 80s, where you'd have car models that you could put together with plastic and glue, and then you paint it over and put the stickers on it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's also Gunpla.
Yeah. Well, there's
Yeah, I really love Gunpla too.
yeah.
I just
But-
don't have the money or space for it.
Well, yeah. Well, these they weren't called that back then. They were just called models because we didn't have that big.
Oh
thing.
yeah, I mean a specific type of model. It's the ones of the robots, the
Yeah.
Gundams.
Yeah. Well, ours was
Yeah.
just mostly race cars and planes back then.
Right.
We didn't have no fancy robots and stuff like that. But I would imagine with that you would both enjoy it and not enjoy it because you wouldn't be able to switch things out and play with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's one of the things I used
But
to.
I do.
I
I do enjoy the whole process of putting it together though.
Yeah.
I find that very soothing.
But then it's the deconstruction part.
Oh,
And what can
I
I
didn't
do
wanna
with
think
this
about that.
to make it better? You know, it's with the old Lego sets. Of course, I don't even know if they make them like this anymore. But we would just go and we'd have a big pile of Legos. We make whatever we want out of it, not what the directions said to make with it.
right.
And then we could go and do it again with something else or in a different direction. That seemed to be more fun for me. Would you rather have a situation where you just had the tools and let your own mind do the wondering and putting things together, or would you want the guideline first?
I think I would try the guideline first, and then after that, do it my own way.
Yeah, yeah, and that's interesting. You can do that with VTubing now too in a lot of different ways.
Yes.
There are always people that are coming up with new innovations in ways to do this. If I said you get to do one thing that changes how VTubing works, what would you do to make it easier for yourself?
That's actually a really good question. Uh, Probably the way that face detection works, maybe make it a little bit easier to like emote just by just by moving your face around. I mean, people can already do that with their own fancy models, but I mean, fancy models cost a fancy dollar.
Yes.
I just really wish that, like, for people like me who are on a very very tight budget, that maybe that technology could be more available or more advanced, so that like stuff like the Vroid models that I use could do more things in terms of expression. There's always like using key bindings and all that.
Oh yeah.
But hey, sometimes I'm in the middle of playing a game and I got both hands on the controller. I can't quite switch to my keyboard and then press the button to make my character react a certain way. I just wish it was more able to do it with my face more often than having to use keybinds or anything like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that would be that would be something if you could come up with some sort of easier tracking technology for that to work. I have seen some people though with enormously great facial tracking.
Yes,
and
I would love to have that someday.
And one person I interviewed very early on, Bo Sheep, she has ridiculously good facial tracking on hers. Their model is, you can tell exactly what they're thinking.
Oh yeah,
I mean it's really amazing. I'm stunned by the quality of that. But I guess sometimes people just have the face for it.
Yeah.
And you can and there'll soon eventually be a way where people can scan their own face into it, and and then alternate that way, and then go from there, and people will have all sorts of fun with that. I tell you.
Probably in the next few years, no doubt.
Yeah. First of all, they'll have fun with it, and then they'll start stealing other people's faces.
Yeah.
Always got to be apocalyptic about something. And around that. But when you're on the stream, what is it you like to do, and what is your favorite type of stream right now?
My favorite type of stream, probably something where I get to interact with either chat or someone who's there with me, because I feel like I get my best commentary, or rather, I feel like I do my best commentary when I'm like bouncing off of someone. So sometimes like I'm gonna be talking nonstop no matter what anytime that I'm live. But it helps a lot to have like an active chat, whose like reactions you can gauge, and then I say something to like get a reaction out of someone, or someone like makes their own jokes, and then like I go back and forth with them.
Right.
There's also like a couple of streams that I do a week that I do with a friend.
Yeah. That's always...
and like I play through. I'm either playing through a game or doing like a co-op version of the game with that friend. And if it's like a single player thing, he's basically like navigating me through like the rooms, what I should be looking out for without like fully spoiling it for me.
Right.
Just giving me advice, stuff like that. And then like while I'm playing that, we're just like going back and forth with each other. Or like when we're doing co-op, that's also like really fun. Yeah. Multiplayer games with people, that's also really fun. Just the whole like anytime that I get to interact with someone in some way, shape, or form is my favorite part.
But
because I feel like that's when I'm my most entertaining.
yeah, there's just something about being able to work off of one person that you know, and
Yeah.
having that chemistry working together, where you can say something and they'll say something, and it'll be the timing is automatically there, and when that hits, it's really gold for everybody, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Or like I said, with chat too, it doesn't even that need to be somebody that I know. Just as long as I'm getting some feedback in some way that I can work off of. Because like recently, just this past week, I was playing this one like puzzle slash horror game, and it's normally just like involves like a bunch of thinking and like in quick reactions.
Hmm.
But I had a pretty active chat that day, so like I got a bunch of pretty entertaining clips just from that one stream alone. Just because I was, like I said, I was just going back and forth with chat and just making jokes together.
Have you tried the interactive things yet? Where there's some games that allow chat to interfere with your game as you're playing, or help make decisions for you.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that. I just haven't
There's only a few games that
really
do it.
looked into it yet. If it's crowd control, I watched a few people play games with that, but I could be wrong here, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But it seems like you have to spend money to be able to like actually interact with the person. I know that like it gives you some free coins the first time that
Yeah.
you try it, but like to use like certain actions, it's more than like the initial amount that it gives you.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
that's like kind of
I don't
one of the
know.
reasons why I haven't
Yeah,
really used crowd control.
I don't know. I know that I was in on a former guest stream. They were doing Cult of the Lamb,
Uh-huh.
and they were using that on there, and I was able to vote in
Oh
a couple of times
yeah.
with it.
That one has built-in Twitch integration. That
Y-
one is pretty cool. Yeah,
yeah,
there's a few games like that. Not too many, but there's a few like that.
yeah.
But if I ever get a game like that, then obviously I'm going to enable that. I just the games that I normally play don't really have Twitch integration, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, you know that your chat will only help you.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
They would not try to make things worse for you in any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my edgelords love me. That's what I called my followers
the edge
slash
lords.
viewers, edgelords, because I'm edgy.
Yes,
So they're my edgelords.
that's exactly right. That's perfect. That fits,
Yeah.
and on many different levels, it certainly does fit. Does fit. So what have you not been able to do yet that you would really like to do on stream?
um. Hmm. That's a good question because I mean, anytime that I feel like doing something, I just like go for it. Like I don't really like care if it's like, oh, is this gonna get me like a bunch of viewers or followers? Is this gonna be popular? Is this gonna be a hit? It's like if I get an idea or like the urge to stream something, I just go ahead and do it. I guess. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, the one thing that I haven't really done yet is a proper debut. There's a
Oh,
lot of VTubers like break their backs and like bend over backwards over like, oh, I gotta get my debut stuff ready. I gotta debut. Oh, I'm gonna do a re-debut. I got a new model. I'm gonna re-debut. But like every time that like I want to stream, I just stream. Uh I've been a VTuber since 2020, like I said.
yeah.
And gone through different models since then, but I've never done a debut.
Mm,
I just hit the go live button and have a game ready, and that's it.
yeah.
So I guess that, but at the same time, it's like I would like to do that, but it's like if I feel like a lot of people are gonna be watching,
Mm.
is the thing.
Yeah, you want to make sure
So
that there's a lot of people there live. Anyway.
exactly, because I don't because in a way, like it would absolutely wreck me and break my heart if I'm like spending all this much time, setting up the slides, setting up like the interactions, like just planning all that stuff, and then like nobody shows up.
Well, you can call that a test.
That's like my greatest fear, which is why I haven't done a debut yet.
That's you call that a test run, and then next time you do it
Yeah,
again until we're going to continue to debut until everybody shows up.
yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
debuting will
do it the
continue.
exact same way
Yes.
until something hits.
There's going to be someone that comes out who's just going to be a debuter, and every time they come on, it'll be a different debut.
It's pretty good.
that
Yeah, but I like to do that someday. Maybe when I get my numbers up, I could try doing that.
every
But
Friday a different debut.
yeah,
But just try to steal as many ideas as you can before somebody else uses them. That way,
true. You're right.
yes, then you
You're
can
right. That's what I should be
rent
doing.
them out later. uh, I'm treading over to the evil side again. I've got to come back a little bit. With the games that you're playing, what do you normally like streaming with the games?
So I normally stream for the majority. I stream action games, RPGs,
Yeah.
and then this funny little action RPG called Monster Hunter.
I've heard of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like most of the time when you tune into one of my streams, it's gonna be one of those things, either an action game or an RPG or an action RPG.
Yeah. Now,
Every now and then I throw in something different. Like recently, I've been playing this puzzle horror game called Catherine. And that one is mainly just like cutscenes and like character interactions. And then when you do get to play, it's just like a puzzle thing.
To advance to the next cutscenes and that type of thing.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you do the puzzle to advance to the next set of cutscenes and that type of thing?
Yes, yeah. yes. And then there's like a branching like story path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm mainly just playing it to see like the drama unfold and be like, ooh, scandalous. All right, time for the next puzzle.
And now you're deep enough now where you have to see at least one of the endings, and then you have to figure out how to get to all the other endings. The Monster Hunter as a streaming game is, I think, one of the classic games at this point to make sure that you've got people that'll watch you, because the way it's made, you can still go in there and fight and still connect with your chat at the same time.
Yes.
And dying doesn't make you start over from the beginning, but you'll have to start over fighting that particular monster. It almost seems to have been made specifically for that.
Yeah, it's a game that's very co-op friendly. Like the most fun that you can have playing Monster Hunter is always like with other people.
Yeah, and not bots or anything like that, or anything of those lines, because
like there's an option to play with NPCs, and that can still be fun, but it's always like when you're playing with other people and communicating, and it's like, oh, I'm going to cut off the monster's tail, or I'm gonna break off or break its wings so like it won't fly as much, or like I'm gonna put down a trap, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that, or I'm gonna switch out my weapon, and then like everybody just like working together towards like a common goal.
And then you got the NPC character just flailing wildly at a tree next door.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill this tree. Thank you very much. That doesn't really help.
Yeah, and with recent games, there's like an option to like make your own like little like group of people and like your like a guild basically, and then have your own, I guess not server, but like every time that like somebody locks on, they can go into like automatically into the group. So like as people get online, you can see, oh, this person's online, and then they end up at the same place as you.
Oh yeah, okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
And that way you can kind of keep a storyline going. Your own story.
Kind of. I mean, like the game does have like its own story going on, but it has a lot of it really incentivizes you wanting to play with like other people, with like real humans. Right.
Like I can see people doing it on their own if they're so inclined, but you're gonna. I would think it'd be just a lot more fun trying trying to keep the other person from dying while you're trying to die, not die.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah, and if you can set up a perfect kind of tag team on a certain monster, and you defeat it a lot easier than you normally would, that's a little bit extra incentive, I think.
Yeah, that's another part that just feels so good about playing that game with other people.
Yeah.
Which is why I try to have like community nights every now and then.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, if you need help with the game, or if you're trying to get to the story, I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna be streaming this. Just let me know, and then I'll just put like the code to like get in.
Yeah.
So like even viewers can join. So like I try to do that like every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be really a great way to use that sort of thing, and to be helpful while you're doing it. As long as you get somebody who is actually going to be helpful while you're doing it.
Yeah.
And not trying
absolutely.
to cut the tree down while you're battling the acid spewing monster and that would be very, very unhelpful. I would be extremely unhelpful, as I'm not good at that sort of thing whatsoever. But that kind of game also, it would be infuriating for me, because when the monster gets up and takes off, like,
oh yeah. Yeah.
And you have to follow it across and hope it doesn't accidentally run along another monster while you're doing it. And,
yeah.
It is interesting that while they have that monster fight other monsters while you're doing it, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, the turf wars, it's such a cool feature.
Yeah.
Seeing like which monsters are like rivals with each other.
Yeah, and as long as you beat it before the monster does. Yeah, take all that damage for me. I'll keep smacking it on the tail.
Yeah, it's like let them fight for a second. Let them, sort out their troubles, and then we can resume the hunt.
He called your mother a really awful name.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about that,
huh? Toss the rock at him and put a rock by the other monster. Hey, I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Yeah. And then once that it's weekend, it's like go in and finish it off.
That's right. Yeah. I killed it. And then
it was all me.
Yeah. Then you have to deal with
no
the
help
other
from anyone or anything.
The top level monster that crushed it in one shot. It wasn't them. So right now, I imagine you're pretty happy with everything where it is.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
gonna
be a question of. I also don't see you sitting in one place for very long with it. You're going to be looking for the next thing to do with it.
Yeah, like anytime I do try to keep my ear to the ground to see what's going on in the VTuber space. So like I don't get left behind. So I'm like so I'm with the times. So I'm hip, and so that like whatever updates happen with the programs that I'm using, whatever new resources become available, or just like stuff that Twitch implements. Like the Twitch redeems. One of the programs that I use for VTubing actually has like direct Twitch integration.
Right.
So there's ways to like make it so like my chat can tell me to drink water, and then it activates a thing that like just shoots like just a bunch of water like directly at my model's face, and I'm like, oh, okay, that means I gotta hydrate. All right, give me 1 second, Chad. I gotta drink water. Thank you for letting me know.
Yes, thank you.
Or then one where like where people can just like throw stuff at me if they're bored.
Yeah.
Or just like play memes on the screen, or since I have so many outfits for my model, I also have like a bunch of Twitch integrations to make it so that like once that they've been watching me for a little while,
mm-hmm.
they can pick what outfit they want to see my model in.
What I'm getting for you is don't put you in a room with a lot of buttons.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What does this one do? And this one do? And this one do? And this one do? If I push them both at the same time, what happens?
Yeah, pretty much. But it's like I'm behind. Like the glass window, and then the buttons are in the other room. So like whoever
trying to
comes
reach
up to see me, they can press whatever buttons they want.
That's right. But at the same time, I get an idea that you're going to get the most out of what you can with what you're able to work with.
Yes, whatever's available to me, as long as it's free.
Yeah, yeah, and that's
Uh,
always good. And the free part is always the best part.
the free part is the best part.
Yes. Yes. Did you work in radio at any time? Because that's what we did too, mostly with like bills and food. Whatever's free,
No,
we
not
took.
quite.
Oh yeah, whatever was free is ours. Can we use it? Don't care. It's ours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There
Well,
you go.
it's obvious that you're going to be putting in the work to continue to have success at this, and I really want to see what is coming up next for you, Edgee,
Oh, thank you.
and I hope that you keep us in touch and let us know what's going on, and anything you got going on in the future, let us know, okay?
Yeah. I do also have a talk show of my own,
Yes.
which is called it's very aptly called Edging It Out. It's and I try to have other VTubers going on because it's similar to you. I like sitting down and talking to VTubers and seeing what they got going on.
Yeah, yeah, and
Like hear them out.
I really like it when other VTubers are doing this because you have a different angle to ask the questions from. And as many people that I've interviewed, I'm still coming in from the outside to ask these questions. But you have a lot of the same experiences to draw from, and ask. You're cutting the apple from a different direction,
Yes.
and it'll come different. So, if you do get a chance, not only support Edgees, but if you hear of anybody else doing interviews, support them because people don't do them right when they are getting paid to do them. Let's support the people who really know what they're doing and actually are talking people to people when we can. It's an art in itself, and very few people know how to do it. But I trust you to do it correctly.
Thank you.
We're going to have all the links that we've been able to find for Edgee up on the description for this video. We'll have you on again sometime. But in the meantime, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.